R&D is an environmentalism initiative. And these essential questions are basically what I'm forming my project around. So the first one being, how can I advocate for environmental justice and influence the community of Perry to contribute to the effort of environmentalism? What impact can I have, and how can I produce sustainable resources and essentially protect Michigan's ecosystems? And what are the most efficient and effective ways to promote biodiversity through preservation and restoration of our environment, and revitalize the relationship between humans and the natural ecosystems in which we are dependent upon. Okay, so I have a collaboration of 15 projects that I plan on completing by the end of the year, because I can't do one big one because I'm not with a group, and it's just easier because I'm not in the classroom to do it this way. I feel like I can make biggest impact by doing this. So for my first essential question for advocating for my environmental justice and education for the community, I have community recycling, testing air quality through research, a lifestyle project, donations for recyclable materials, and research climate change in our area. The next one for habitat restoration and sustainable resources is recycling here at Perry High School. I know we do it a little bit, but I wanted to expand a little on that. Global Water Sampling Project, World Water Monitoring Challenge Day, and Energy Conservation Days at Perry High School, along with research in pollution and the specific ecosystems in Perry. Last section, to enhance our biodiversity, is to do the Adopt a Watershed project. Have some sustainable landscaping in Perry, expand a little more on that. Build bird and bat houses, and Trees for Wildlife program, and community events here in Perry. So my holistic goal for 2015 is to have accomplished all of my projects and have a lasting impact on the high school itself and in our community, and hopefully it will be continued by students here at Perry for years to come. So luckily, my project doesn't require a lot of funding, total $45, and that's just for my water project sampling day, which is also the World Water Monitoring Challenge. And that's just a testing kit that I need to send in water samples that test for different minerals in the water and pollution. But that I'm not going to do until the spring. So September's accomplishments, I developed a project that I said were small and feasible. I determined my material necessities and created a funding plan, which I just showed you. And then I began research on the environment and energy conservation methods, and created recycling materials pamphlet, which I have right here. It's okay if I can't show it. I can print, I'll do it in there. Okay. So for October, I started researching so I could use the recycling at Perry High School, introduce energy conservation, and I spoke with Adopt a Watershed, along with a few others I'll get to next. In November, I plan to start monthly donations for recyclable materials and do the water quality testing. In December, I want to begin the lifestyle project, the air quality testing, and research more about the ecosystems in our area. And then in January, research climate change, but I have spoken with people already a little more on that just recently in this last week. So continuing forward with that, in February, I want to finish the bat houses, March, sustainable landscaping, April, Trees for Wildlife, and May, community events. So how am I going to do this? Research all along the way, and then definitely, like she said, seeing things happen is a lot more important than just words themselves. And even though I'm not in the class, I hope to get as much support from the people here at Perry High School. So I talked to Adopt a Watershed, and a guy named Kip Brunel, who I actually did get a response from late last night, and he directed me to another person from MSU. And with that, I'm searching for volunteer initiatives in the Shiawassee watershed itself. And then I spoke with Gary Lee, who who is a state conservationist out of East Lansing, and he said that he would love to include like our whole entire school or whole entire class for certain weekends or things like that to get the community involved if we were interested. And I thought that'd be a great idea. So I did some research on our climate, and I spoke with the chief meteorologist from, I think Channel 12, David Young, and he sent me to the associate professor of geography at MSU, and he actually emailed me back last night as well, and he has a ton of information that he's going to send me about our climate in the past 100 years, and with that, I'm going to be taking the information that I learned about our weather and our climate and see how it has changed over the past 100 years and how, essentially how that has affected our ecosystems and biodiversity in our community. So for the World Water Monitoring Challenge Day, I emailed Stevie Hunt. He's actually all the way in the UK, but he's the head of the International Water Association for the world. And he was really supportive of our class and thought that the whole scientific idea was a great idea. And he said we would be a good candidate for it. And so all we need to do is I need to just get the money for the funding kits, or for the kits. So basically that's my progress thus far. And I know I'm kind of a satellite class myself, but we're getting a lot done, or I'm getting a lot done, and I actually, probably tomorrow, I'll have like a little questionnaire for everyone to fill out if they don't mind about, so I can get basic like data for what people do already in the community for recycling. But this is a pamphlet I created, and it basically has all the materials that we can recycle and where to, how to, and some statistics on that. So yeah, here's basically, I go by section. I go aluminum, steel, that's just basically fats. And then on the other side, on the next page, it talks about glass, paper products, and plastic. And I plan on printing some out and leaving them just somewhere in the classroom, so if you guys want to look at it, you can.